is going on with the channel? Well, I got a channel update for you. So before answering that previous question, hey, my name is Andy, and I have been working on this channel known as Macintyre Productions for a while now. So whenever I'm not sharing dumb videos with my buddies or getting suffocated in college work, I'm just here working on YouTube. I wanted to take some time to say a few things on the channel and where it's heading to. Before that, I want to apologize for the lack of content being uploaded recently. That is mainly because I'm doing battle against my mortal enemy, personal commitments, and cat videos. But anyways, I wanted to point out a few things in the channel while criticizing my own actions. Those who have kept up with the channel may or may not have noticed that I like to experiment a lot, much more than is probably necessary or healthy for that matter. For example, at first my videos were absolutely horrible. I used an iPhone to record gameplay and used the said iPhone to record my speech. So needless to say, the channel had a rough start, which may or may not have motivated the format of future projects to aspire to a more unique standard, if that makes sense. That is why recently the channel has been using a lot of animation and machinima assets, notably with using in-game assets found within Twilight Princess, Fallout New Vegas, Gary's Mod, and Source Filmmaker. However, it has been made abundantly clear that the current direction of the channel is flawed and needs constant improvement. For one, there are too many web series going on in the channel. Along with that, the channel has been a lot more experimental lately, which may have had a detrimental effect. So after talking with a couple of subscribers and a few friends of mine, they rightfully criticized the channel, ultimately to place the channel into a better direction, and I would be crazy to ignore them. News videos is what gave Macintyre Productions its first breath of life, while theory videos sent the channel into a growth spurt. In short, this channel will work and expand on its own strengths. For example, theory videos will broaden into other franchises. I have a lot of ideas for those in the future. In addition, other unused web series, for example Tragedy and the concepts found within Zelda Suicide, will be reintegrated into a new consistent series. I can't really say too much about it now, but it does expand on the aforementioned formula, and we are pretty excited to share it soon. While this is all occurring, the channel will stick in delivering news videos on big topics, such as Zelda Wii U and the NX, for example. So in summary, concepts found in unused web series will be reintegrated into new projects, ultimately to broaden the channel's strengths, and to ultimately focus on what works on this channel. So what is going to happen to all these machinima and animation assets? Is the channel just going to let it go? Well, no. In some videos, these assets have worked pretty well, or at least I like to think so. For example, videos like Truth about Zelda Wii U and Why Fire Emblem Sold Well use these assets but in a non-intrusive manner. Some of the other videos, however, were really experimental and tried to use a storyline in conjunction with being a news video, which made a really jarring result. So henceforth, storytelling assets will be separated from news videos. Mixing them together has proved to be problematic. In other words, the application of these machinima and animation assets leave a lot to be desired. In some videos, these assets have been shoehorned in while giving no value to the video at large. Originally, these machinima and animation assets were to be used to create fan films and web series of that sort. However, this has not taken place yet. We will revisit these projects in the future. We would love to make fan films and such, but for now, the channel needs direction and focus. An exception will be made for the Road to Zelda Wii U series. However, this series will end in episode 5 right before E3 2016 comes around in June. But we will still be talking about Zelda Wii U, just to make that clear. And this kind of segues to the final point in this video. The channel recently has had a tough time in keeping up with a consistent schedule. The main reason for this is the amount of work being placed into every video. I personally value quality over quantity, but that doesn't mean we should just forget about quantity, let alone consistency. That is why the channel has recruited certain individuals to work on new projects, to keep up a consistent schedule, while at the same time keeping up on quality control for each video. So to wrap up this update in a few sentences, the channel has been very experimental lately, so after talking with subscribers and friends, the channel will refocus into a new direction. This will both focus and expand on its strengths. Not necessarily to just go back doing theory and news videos, but to expand on them and make something good and rewatchable. One other series will be added that will take concepts from other unused series which will make its debut relatively soon. This new series is something special and we are pretty excited to share it soon. Animation and machinima assets will still be used, but in a non-intrusive manner. We will still work on fan film projects and such in the future, but for now, we will focus on broadening the channel's strengths. And finally, the channel has assembled certain individuals to help out in production. And wow, that was a mouthful. If you're still here, then congrats! You deserve a cookie. Or 2. I don't know, maybe 3. But to start off on these changes, a Zelda theory will be uploaded on or around May 6th, which will be about the hero shade. We found some pretty neat stuff in Twilight Princess HD that may or may not change some things found within the Link's Darkest Secret video. But anyways, I appreciate you listening to my rambling. If you enjoyed it, then thanks. If you didn't, then comment below and tell me why. We'll work on it. If you want to see more videos, I do have a music channel which shows off some Zelda and Metroid remixes if you are into that sort of stuff. But for now, I have to be hitting the dusty trail. I hope you all the best, take care, and see you around.